클로저스.
약은 미리 먹어두지. 가자고. 얘들아, 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
맞다블 펀치다! 함께 돌아보자고! 함께 돌아보자고! 함께 돌아보자고! 웃음 차라! 10배 속도로 간다! 자비의 손길이다! 함께 돌아보자고! 버텨봐! 에너지 파!
와, 보시지.
자비의 손길이다! 함께 돌아보자고!
끝이 없구만.
원투! 함께 돌아보자고! 내 손바닥 안이 반하게 했군!
그래, 이 맛이야.
순식간에 끝내주지!
와, 보시지.
자비의 손길이다! 좀 어디로 올 거야?
다음은 저쪽이었나? 허리가.
열배 속도로 간다! 함께 돌아보자고! 자비의 손길이다! 자비의 손길이다! 펀치다! 원투! 함께 돌아보자고! 와라! 내 손바닥 안에! 10배 속도로 간다! 말 화나게 했군! 내 손바닥
와,
안에!
보시지.
원투! 와라! 자비의 손길이다! 잠깐 그때로 돌아가 보지!
약발 좀 받아볼까?
오라! 내 손바닥 안에! 원투! 꽉 잡으라고 친구! 가볼까? 돌아와라! 나의 파워!
이겼군. 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가? 얘들아, 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
10배 속도로 간다! 함께 돌아보자고! 웃음 차라!
와, 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야! 더블 펀치다. 함께 돌아보자고. 꽉 잡으라고 친구. 자기의 손길이 순식간에 끝내주지. 끝이 없구나. 함께 돌아보자고. 내 손바닥 아니야. 자비의 손길이다. 돌아와라. 나의 파워. 함께 돌아보자고. 함께 돌아보자고. 와라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 원투. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다.
다음은 저쪽이었나?
허리가 좀 어지러울 거야.
와 보시지.
자비의 손길이다. 오라. 내 손바닥 아래.
한번 버텨보라고.
함께 돌아보자고. 내 손바닥 아니야.
다시.
돌아와라. 나의 파워. 자비의 손길이다. 순식간에 끝내주지. 오라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야.
펀치.
잠깐 그때로 돌아가 보지. 자비의 손길이다. 날 화나게 했군.
이겼군. 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
조심해. 곳곳에서 살기가 느껴져. 쉬엄쉬엄 하자고. 싸울 준비는 된 거야? 동료를 믿는 거야. 내가 널 믿는 것처럼.
반가워. 특수탐사팀 팀장 최보나야. 탐사에 집중해. 알았지?
조심해. 쉬엄쉬엄 하자고.
적은 각서색 사냥, 적은 강 아까 이래 곳곳에서 살기가 느껴지는군.
얘들아, 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
잠시만요, 제이씨.
무슨...
저도
10배 속도로 간다. 내 손바닥 아니야. 자비의 손길이 반하게 했군. 함께 돌아보자고. 순식간에 끝내주지. 원투. 자비의 손길이다. 오라 와라.
저건 또 뭐야?
함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 순식간에 끝내주지. 함께 돌아보자고.
와, 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야. 열배 속도로 간다. 꽉 잡으라고 친구. 자비의 손길이다.
또 뭐야?
펀치다. 내 손바닥 아니야.
다시 와, 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야. 가볼까? 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라. 자비의 손길이 반하게 했군. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라.
와, 보시지.
자비의 손길이다. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라.
와, 보시지. 와, 보시지.
10배 속도로 간다. 원투. 내 손바닥 아니야. 받아라.
빅터, 나야.
내 손바닥 아니야. 펀치다.
펀치!
내 손바닥 아니야. 원투. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 날 반하게 했군. 자비의 손길이다. 가볼까? 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 이게 진짜 나다. 난 죽지 않아. 내 손바닥 아니야. 자비의 손길이다.
설마 왔군. 나 또 호구?
진정하세요, 제이씨.
자, 이런. 이겼군. 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가? 얘들아, 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
잠시만요, 제이씨. 역시 마음에 걸려요. 지령을
이름시
지령을 상호
더 이상
성공적인 전과 기대하기
인정해. 곳곳에서 살기가 느껴진다.
얘들아, 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
그래. 이 맛이다. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 순식간에 끝내주지. 에너지 파. 함께 돌아보자고. 내 손바닥 아니야. 말 받아라. 원투. 내 손바닥 아니야.
와 보시.
자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 반하게 했군.
그래 이 맛이야.
함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라. 자비의 손길이다. 10배 속도로 간다. 원투. 자비의 손길이다.
저건 또 뭐야?
에너지 말 반하게 했군. 돌아와라 나의 파워. 자비의 손길이다.
와 보시.
내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라. 자비의 손길이다. 돌아와라. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 원투. 내 손바닥 아니야. 말 반하게 했군. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라. 가볼까? 내 손바닥 아니야. 10배 속도로 간다. 자비의 손길이다. 오라. 에너지 내 손바닥 아니야.
이겼고 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가? 얘들아 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야. 약발 좀 받아볼까?
함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니. 순간에 끝내주지. 자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고.
펀치.
꽉 잡으라고 친구.
와 보시지.
자비의 손길이다. 오라. 돌아와라 나의 파워. 함께 돌아보자고. 말 반하게 했군. 내 손바닥 아니야.
이건 또 뭐야?
함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 내 손바닥 아니야. 원투. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 차라.
약발 좀 받아볼까?
자비의 손길이다. 반하게 했군.
내 몸에 생기가 돌아오는 거.
자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이 순간에 끝내주지. 말 받아라. 말 반하게 했군.
와 보시지. 펀치.
함께 돌아보자고. 와라. 받아보라고. 난 죽지 않아. 내 손바닥 아니야. 내
내
손바닥
몸에
아니야.
생기가 돌아오는 거. 이겼고 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
작은 지원이 필요하면 즉시 요청해.
사냥 터지기 어서 오세요. 더 괜찮아요. 잘 부탁해요. 신서울의 클로저 여러분. 그런 이상이 생기면 저를 찾아와 주세요.
지령을 성공적인 성과 기대하겠습니다.
적은 강하다. 하지만 너희는 더욱 강하다.
헤이, 탐색은 잘 되어가. Get them closer.
얘들아 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
날 화나게 했군. 함께 돌아보자고. 지금. 넌 어디로 올 거야? 함께 돌아보자고. 지금. 함께 돌아보자고. 자리에 돌아오라. 10배 속도로 간다. 함께 돌아보자고.
Oh, my mic was muted. Darkus, you sent me a comment about 7:55 or something. I can't see what it is. You need to let me know what it is. And in terms of the fundraiser bar, I don't think it's necessary. I don't get donations that often, so it's kind of just extra screen real estate for nothing. You just replied to me with a comment, and I can't see it. Stupid YouTube's always
내
messed up.
몸에 생기가 돌아오는 군.
함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
Which video?
날 화나게 했군.
Because I uploaded another one and people said there was no stuttering. Is that the one from like several days ago? Because I put up one
함께 돌아보자고.
recently when people said it was fine.
약발 좀 받아볼까?
자비의 손길이다. 자비의 손길이다.
내 몸에 생기가 돌아오는 군.
함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 답답을 펀치다. 자비의 손길 말 받아라. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 이게 진짜 나다.
약발 좀 받아볼까?
오라 오라 오라.
이겼군. 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
Let me see if I can find that video of how this site makes it so hard to just look at a comment someone sent. It just eats the notification. Really damn annoying. I get frustrated with this site sometimes. Oh, the old one. Yeah, apparently that's been fixed. I put up one a couple days ago and it's working now. What happened was my recording software updated itself without my consent, which everybody who owns a PC loves when that shit happens, right? And it messed with the settings. It was recording on the wrong drive, and that seems to have been making it stutter. It hasn't been happening since. I had to go in and change the settings because for whatever reason they wiped all my settings. Everything got wiped to default. All my hotkeys were gone. My recording settings were gone, and that's why that happened. It hasn't been happening since. I haven't had anybody report it. They merged with some other company. For whatever reason, they force you to update. I don't know why. I hate when programs do that, because it almost always just means that whatever you had that worked fine no longer works anymore. And that's exactly what happened to me. Windows updates famously do that shit too. They force it on you. They've been trying to get me to update to the new version of Windows for like weeks now, and every time it forces me to try, it doesn't go through. So I had to turn off the updates because it was soft locking my computer. I couldn't get back on.
좀 어지러울 거야. 어떻게 봐? 허리가 자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다.
Like how it always nags you to update too, and it's like, well, maybe people don't update for a reason because everything's working at the moment, and then when you update, everything just mysteriously goes wrong. Especially if you're, you know, you have work to do on your computer, you don't want to risk it. It's kind of stupid to risk it when you think about it.
이겼군. 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
어서
그래.
김유
코드 버...
성공적인 성과 기대하겠습니다.
So yeah, in terms of a donation bar, yeah, it would be nice,
얘들아
but
무리하지 마라. 건강이
I
제일이야.
don't know how to set one up. I'll have to look up how to do that. But generally, it's a few people that have the disposable income that want to help me. It's not a large amount of people, so realistically, the bar would not move. I try to do like minimalist streaming and not have a bunch of notifications and stuff because it can get annoying. I definitely don't like when I follow somebody on Twitch and I get like this giant clip playing just because I follow them. It's like, it's not that big a deal. I followed your channel, I don't need a standing ovation. That's my thoughts on streaming, at least. You keep it to a minimum. I'll look into it though, not right now, but maybe I'll be streaming later today as well. I just felt like being on early today for a change.
내 몸에 생기가 돌아오는 거.
함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
자비의 손길이다. 다시 내 손바닥 아래.
You're right, you never know. I might have an oil prince watching me. Hyrule Warriors is paid off. Sakuna is paid off.
함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 쳐라.
Or Hyrule Warriors, for whatever reason, they won't take the money out of my damn account. I have to wait, but I have the money in my PayPal for my check.
차원정
함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
Mostly just be for the PS5 payment.
말 안하게 했군.
If I could get like half of that paid off, that would help.
자비의 손길이다.
'Cause then I could pay the rest myself. There's the matter of actually finding one in the first place, so
자비의 손길이다. 자비의 손길이다.
it might be kind of futile right now, to be honest.
정신
이대로 호프만에게 조종당.
이제 됐어. 하지만 이걸 쓰면 이상력을 잃어버릴지도 모르고 생명이 그래도 상관없겠나?
뭐 이대로 나는 이성도 나는 사냥터지기 팀의 사냥개. 그것이 나를 해. 나는 빅터.
알았어. 코드버스터. 이겼고 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
별 이사 작전 팁. 잘 부탁해. 빅터 그에게 이상이 생기면 저를 찾아와 주세요.
난너 제이로군.
겉으로 보기
다행히도 괜찮은 것 같다. 그리고 너에게 맞은 부분 괜찮다. 너 그럼 너에게 부탁할 것.
무슨
호프 어쩌면 그저 강한 위상. 내게 제역
부디
볼일 끝났으면 가라.
과학이 당신 유니온의 기술력을 우리는 계속 당신을 백업할 겁니다.
I think I finally reached the end. Nice. I can get to the next region. That's what I was trying to do today. Someone sent me 30 euro. How much is that in? How much is that in burger bucks? I need to see how much that is in burger bucks so I can thank you. Ah, $35. Wow, thank you. Let me accept that right now. I actually know a decent amount of how things convert in other currencies because of all the imports I buy for games, but it's nice that you just type it in Google and it gives you the exact amount. So let me do that really quick. I don't know who that was, but thank you. Just have to convert it to burger bucks. Okay, it has been converted to burger bucks. Thank you. I don't want to say your real name, but thank you. You know, PayPal only tells me the person's real name, and I don't want to give that kind of personal information out, but thank you. That'll pay for Godfall, so I guess I'll be playing that now.
얘들아 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
그럼 출발하죠.
그래.
오라! 내 손바닥 아니야. 자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고.
I'll get on the bar. Hold on. working on this right now. I'll do that. I assume it was you. Thank you. I don't want to say your real name, but thank you.
와 보시지. 자비의 손길이다. 끝이 없구나. 함께 돌아보자고.
I might not need to at this point. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get a PS5. Even if I did get help with the payments,
내 몸에 승기가
they're sold out basically everywhere. And bots are
와 보시지.
bots are eating them all up and scalping them. PS5 pre-orders are going for like $800 on eBay. It's like, yes, it looks like a good console for once, but it's not worth like almost double the price.
내 손바닥 아니야.
It's a little excessive.
함께 돌아보자고.
3080s are going for that much right now too, the graphics card.
내 몸에 승기가 돌아오는 것. 자비의 손길이다. 오라. 말 받아라. 함께 돌아보자고.
Yeah, the rumor is the Switch Pro is supposed to be around the time of my birthday, so in March.
함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다.
I will probably keep my old one though. That'll probably be the next major fundraiser I do, if that does happen, is a Switch Pro. Because the one that I have is the one that can be jailbroken regardless of the firmware updates. So I would like to keep it if possible, because then I can use it for emulation and stuff. The Switch is like the best console for emulation. That's all I really use it for. It's homebrew.
내 손바닥 아니야.
I could probably sell it for a good amount of money, actually. But I think I'd rather keep it, because
내 손바닥 아니야.
the Switch models that can be jailbroken no matter what, with the custom firmware, those go for a lot of money.
자비의 손길이다.
No American can get it right anyway. I always try to read people's names, but
말 받아라.
I only do it if they have their real name in the chat. Like if their name's like Bob Smith or something, I'll say thanks Bob Smith for donating, but I don't want to intrude on people's privacy. So thank you Darkest for the donation.
자비의 손길이다. 답답을 터치다. 내 손바닥 아니야. 한번 버텨보라고. 함께 돌아보자고. 와 보시지. 내 손바닥 장난은 그만하지. 좀 어지러울 거야. 말 받아라. 오라. 자비의 손길이다. 말 받아라. 다시 함께 돌아보자고. 숨 차라. 와 보시지. 내 손바닥 아니야.
틈을
뭔가 방
그래.
뭐지? 뭘 어떻게 한 거?
저건 네. 저희 녀석들의 몸 앞. 그걸 단번에
노사nem이라는
Grandmaster J, hell yeah.
이걸
Grandmaster J, what a beast.
이제 더는 방법.
저
그때 썼던 트레비로 대비하고 있기를 잘했고 무슨 위상력 호흡법을 멈췄다. 지금 나는 그래 너랑 똑같이 말이야.
I can take my time beating you up.
이걸로
Oh yeah.
걱정 말라고. 운동 좀 한 아저씨의 주먹이니까.
이겼고. 이제
Jay is one of the coolest martial artists in any game as far as I'm concerned. Because his body is all messed up. He has to take vitamins to do all the crazy stuff he does in this game. He's also an old man, which for a game like this is very rare. You don't get to play as like old men specifically, pretty much ever. And he's like a war veteran. Okay. Okay, cool, I got the next region.
시간. 물질 감안을 내가 아니라 대박 찬스. 또 이용해 주세요.
Okay, do I actually get stuff for doing this? Let me look at the quest really quick, so I have some resets I can use. Where's Hoffman? Okay, see if I can get some help with this. What's up, Adrali? I'm doing a better today. Got some sleep. Just felt like being on early today. It's only 8:30. It feels like 10. I might need to get some more rest. I need to do some more grinding on that Hyrule Warriors demo. I don't have the characters at level 20. It's only going to take like one session to do that though, so I'm not too worried about it. People have been grinding on that demo for like 60 hours. Like, is it really necessary to do that? It's like Muso progression like exponentially increases. It's like, yes, the game is fun minus the frame rate, but I'm not about to grind on those same 2 levels for 80 hours. But to each their own. If those people are content creators, they'll have the best videos out there. It's just... It's also a Muso game, so that shit's gonna get power crept really fast. I don't really think it's worth it, but I could be wrong. Whoa! $40. Holy shit. You guys are too kind. Thank you. Again, I don't want to say the name, but thank you. That's really fucking cool, you guys. Thank you. Wow. I might be able to make one payment after all. We'll see. Just depends on if they're actually available, which doesn't seem like they will be. But it will always go towards something else. Can put that money towards Godfall or some other game. Time will tell. Thank you. I'm doing better today, yeah. I got some rest. Okay, you've got your real name in here, so thank you, Victor Ramirez, for the $40. Much appreciated. I didn't know if you used your real name on here or a handle. I didn't want to breach any privacy, but thank you, Victor.
인정이라. 이것은 적진이다.
Oh, I can't get there yet. I still gotta grind. Well, shit.
지원이 필요하다.
See if any triggers are up.
이곳에서도 여러분을 서포트하겠습니다. 부디 몸 조심하셔야 합니다.
Let me see. Maybe pre-orders are up right now because they're not letting you wait in line for them because of the virus. So for this to happen, even if I raise the funds, I would have to be on the site at the right time, and then one of the local stores here would have to have it, and I'd have to go physically pick it up. Which, that's a lot of factors there. An oil prince could come in here and donate like $1,000, and still a very low chance that I could get one. I've been checking the Twitter accounts that announce that stuff regularly. No dice yet. Yeah, I don't see anything. Walmart is going to have them, but the Walmart ones are going to get scooped up by bots because they have like no protection for that kind of thing. Also, they do not allow me to pay in installments. That's why I need it to be from GameStop, because GameStop is struggling more than I am financially. They have like no money. So they're letting you pay for things in basically 25% installments, which would be just enough that with the money I make from the ad revenue and Patreon, I could get it. It would still be very tight, but I'm not counting on it, so I might just put the money towards Godfall and just wait. It depends on if I can it depends on if I can sell my old CPU, but I don't think anybody who's actually a hardcore PC gamer will really want it. It's not a bad one, but for like modern stuff, I don't know how well it's gonna do. Nice walking sim level. Kinda creepy.
허리가 함께 돌아보자고. 승차라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 그때의 힘을 다시 한번. 내 손바닥 아니야. 한번 버텨보라고. 함께 돌아보자고. 이겼군. 이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
지령을
위험한
다음 신서울
난 초.
불편하신 점이 있다면 언제든 말씀.
적은 강하다. 왔군. 적은 내게 램스 경기를 늦추지 마라.
Oh, that's all I had to do. Thought it was gonna drag things out more. Okay, so what can you craft here? I wasn't playing when they added this, so let's see. Yeah, Godfall requirements, I do meet them. The only thing I don't meet it in is the GPU. I only have 6 gigs of VRAM, but I could probably turn a setting down. Who knows what their who knows how well they tested it. Sometimes with PC games they don't actually test a wide range of computers. Yes, Epic does offer refunds. I was curious about that myself, and they do. So, but I have pretty common components in my computer, so I might not even have to buy it. Like if it doesn't work well on the parts I have, it probably is just poorly optimized. It could go either way, really.
그렇잖아. 부산 무슨 일이
램.
그래서 여기서 기다리고 있겠습니다.
Damn, you got a beast rig. I'm jealous. It's better than my computer.
말씀만 하십시오. 일이 다 끝나면 좀 쉬다 가십시오.
그렇잖아도 여기서 기다리고 있겠습니다.
Where's the bank? I can't find the bank.
부산에서
Not him.
있어요.
그럼 브립
Where's
여기서
the bank?
기다리고 있겠습니다.
Do I not have access to the bank? The NPC's just like not here. Guess I have to go back.
무슨 일이시죠?
So I don't want to
교원님?
accidentally disassemble the one it gave me.
건 좀 어때?
Well, there's talks about getting a second stimulus check, so if Operation PS5 fails, which it most likely will, just by the fact that there's not any available. The money is like, the money required to make those payments is one thing, but actually finding one in town and getting it is easier said than done, regardless. We'll probably get it with a second stimulus check. They're talking about doing that. It's been in the talks for a while, but it seems like actual progress is being made in that field, so... That's how I funded this PC upgrade that I did back in the summer, was the stimulus check, so... I could very easily get a PS5 with that, and probably a 3080. So I'm not too concerned if I don't get it. It'll just... The money I'm raising right now will just go towards other things on the channel. It's not really a big deal. It would be nice to get it this month, but there's too much RNG involved. A lot, actually. I could very easily make one payment on it right now, but there's none available. I heard the stores are only getting like 2 or 3 of them that aren't for pre-orders. I've got enough for Godfall, Hyrule Warriors, and Sukuna on PC, so still gonna be a lot of stuff to do this month, even without the PS quintuple.
등급은
함께 돌아보자고. 말 화나게 했군. 내 손바닥 아니. 함께 돌아보자고. 와 보시지. 가비의 손길이다. 말 받아라. 답답을 펀치다. 내 손바닥 아니.
Yeah, I'm just letting you guys know, the money to pay for it is one thing, but the availability is a completely different thing, so I'm kind of, I've got my contingency plan, which is, picking up Godfall. That game looks pretty cool. And I've got enough funds for that now, thanks to you guys, so... There will be new content this month, it just might not be a PS5. Highly unlikely it will. Even if someone did send enough to cover one of those scalped ones, I would not do that. That's a waste of you guys' hard-earned money. I'd rather just wait. I'm not gonna pay $800 for one. It's crazy that people are even humoring the idea of doing that. Like, yes, it looks way better than the PS4 in almost every aspect, but not $800 good. Most of them are being bought by bots. I know the ones that are going up on Walmart in a few days are going to be all bought up by bots. Like, doesn't matter. The only chance I or anyone else has of getting one without pre-ordering is the ones that'll be available at GameStops locally, because the bots can't take those, obviously. That would require physically being there to go pick it up. It's the ones that are being sold online and shipped to you. Those are the ones that are getting scalped by bots. The ones sold locally in your area are bot-proof. We'll see what happens. It's a couple days away.
말 화나게 했군.
If I needed help making the payments, I know you guys would help me out, so
끝이었구나.
we'll see.
내 손바닥 아니. 한번 버텨보라고. 내 손바닥 아니.
Energy power!
오라. 함께 돌아보자고. 숨 차라. 내 손바닥 아니. 더블 펀치다.
Yeah, people have desperation.
내 몸에 생기가 돌아오는군.
자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고.
I know by the time they give us the second stimulus check,
손길이다.
there'll be more of them available. I don't think that's going to be by the end of this year, so that's my backup plan.
되는 건가?
The only thing I really need in my PC is I need a better graphics card, but right now they're not available because just like the PS5, they're being bought by bots and scalped on eBay for like double price. I just need that and an NVMe, but that would also require a new motherboard. That's really all I need, so a stimulus check would actually cover all of that, pretty much. The NVMe might cost a little bit extra, but we'll see.
부산 어서 네.
Would be nice to play DMC 5 Special Edition at launch, but
거래 성사
not likely.
알아두면 되겠죠?
yeah, it's kind of a shitty time to be a gamer. We're actually getting some pretty major incremental upgrades, but there's none available because the companies that sell this stuff to us don't bother to protect their services against bots. So it's actually not that many people buying them as you'd think. It's mostly just bots. It's almost completely bots. Gotta respect the hustle though, it works. Muso games without slowdown, yeah. Most def. Yeah, it seems like this generation, it's gonna be good to have a gaming PC and a PS5, and then a Switch mostly for exclusives. But I don't know. This generation, I barely use the console. I definitely use the Switch way more than the PS4. Pretty much everything I wanted to play came out on PC and it ran so much better on there, but this generation, the console is actually going to be not terrible for a change, so it's going to be good to have both when it happens. It's probably not going to be next week, like I'm saying, but eventually. Because right now, there's no NVMEs on the market that are as fast as the one on the PS4. This has never happened before. Generally,
날 화나게 했군.
even when a new console comes out, there's PC parts that can match it or beat it. But ones that can support the PS4, PS5, I mean, they're not going to be out for a while.
내 손바닥 아니야.
And because they're new technology, they're going to be crazy expensive. So, PS5 and PC seems to be the way to go this gen.
함께 돌아보자고.
That will cover pretty much everything but Nintendo stuff.
내 손바닥 아니야.
That takes care of exclusives on PS5 as well.
함께 돌아보자고. 내 손바닥 아니야. 오라. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 쳐라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 따따블 펀치다. 끝이 없구만. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 쳐라. 와 보시지. 내 손바닥 아니야. 꽉 잡으라고 친구. 어떻게 봐? 와 보시지. 원투. 내 손바닥 아니야. 오라.
아, 해야지구만.
손님 절
일단
그래 이 맛이야. 와 보시지. 내 손바닥 아니야. 날 화나게 했군. 내 손바닥 아니야. 내 몸에 생기가 돌아오는 거 한번 버텨보라고. 함께 돌아보자고.
I mean, this generation, almost everything ended up on PC. Almost everything.
이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
There were a couple games that didn't, but most stuff did. That's why I didn't use the PS4 much. I really only used it for exclusives. Stuff like Neo 2, Onichan Bar Z2 Chaos at the time, Basara, Yukiden, a couple other games. I definitely have had chances to get a PS4 Pro to get some of those games that were making me sick running, but I just decided to wait, and I'm glad I did. It seems like almost everything runs better on the PS5. All the old games do.
저 부르 오빠
이봐 이 사.
저 부르셔
이봐 가자.
오래 살고 볼 일이네 얘. 이래 같이 일도 하고.
Neo 2 is supposed to come to PC, yeah. It's some kind of timed exclusivity thing they're doing. Sony money-hatted that game,
무슨 일 전 그
so I don't know how well it worked, 'cause everybody wants it on PC.
시간이 없다. 본론으로 들어가지.
I sure as hell would cheat my stuff back if it comes out on PC. Full disclosure. I would definitely cheat my stuff back.
여기서 대기하겠다.
So I put
작전이 끝나면
a lot of
보고하도록.
time into that game, actually. I would definitely cheat engine that like crazy.
여기서 대기하겠다. 작전이 끝나면 보고하도록.
Alright, well, since you guys so graciously donated, let's see what's going on in the gaming world. I think I might actually take a break. Got a little bit of a... I've still got dealing with tension headaches because I've been so damn stressed out lately. Let's check some shit out here. Sekiro has much better level design though. Neo's level design is terrible. So there's an interesting tidbit of news that came out today. Not many people are talking about this, but if you click on the trophies for DMC5 Special Edition, you see completing Mission 3 as Nero, Dante, or V. Now, if you play DMC5, you know that you don't get Dante until you're halfway through. So what this indirectly confirms is that they're going to have divergence in the game. So you'll be able to play any character with any level. Same thing here. Mission 6, you don't have access to Dante. So there's still things about this special edition they're not talking about. What I'm curious about is, are we going to get this stuff on PC, or are they going to lock it to consoles, even though we're the reason they were able to make a special edition in the first place, because we bought the damn thing last year, a year and a half ago. This is good news. It's good news, and it's potentially bad news, because they might not patch this stuff in. They really need to put special edition on PC. I think it's bullshit that they're not. Apparently all we get is Virgil and nothing else. Because that's huge. That's one of the biggest complaints people have about 5. You'll be able to play as Virgil from the beginning, yes. He's not going to be an unlockable. There's nothing else in here that really confirms anything. It's just obviously you couldn't play as these characters on these missions before, so they're going to let you play as everybody. I don't think it will be timed, because they pulled this shit with the reboot definitive edition too. That never came to PC. I'm not counting on it. Definitely not counting on it. Yeah, apparently all we get is Virgil. They might patch some of that stuff in, but it seems like it's all going to be exclusive, which is bullshit, honestly. I think that's dumb. I paid full price for that game. I should get all the stuff that the console players have, just by the principle of supporting the game in the first place, when we had to believe in it and stuff. that it was going to be a good game, which it did turn out to be a good game. Nope, you gotta go. It's like $540 DLC when you think about it. Yeah, $500 for the console and then $40 for the game again. It is essentially $540 DLC. I think they got paid. I think they got paid to do it. Because from what we knew, they had no interest in doing anything else with DMC5. They were ready to move on, but I think what happened is they caught wind of the pandemic, and Microsoft and Sony were like, "Hey, we need another game." I wouldn't be surprised if it was Microsoft, actually, because they've lost all their exclusives. The new Halo game isn't going to make it. A couple of the other games got delayed, too. They have, like, nothing. I don't know if it was Microsoft or Sony or both, but I think it was a commission deal to have something else available at launch. Because even PS5, all they really have is they have Spider-Man and the Demon Souls remake, and people don't realize that outside of the hardcore gamer bubble, games like Demon Souls are not really that attractive to the average person. So you don't want... Not everybody likes playing as a really lame, slow oaf character that gets tired after slashing a sword 3 times. So when you take that out for the average, like, casual gamer, all they really have is Spider-Man, and Xbox has, like, literally nothing. So I do strongly believe that they were commissioned to make Special Edition. You know, because they have, like, content that everybody wants. They have Virgil. And it's a budget-priced game, too. It's only $40, so people like me that would be struggling financially to afford one in the first place, that's an easy game to buy. Just have that right away. I'm pretty sure if more of the games hadn't been delayed, they probably wouldn't have bothered. It's like both a budget-priced game. It's a really critically acclaimed AAA game, and it has things people want. And it's pretty much the cheapest retail game that's going to be available at launch. Actually, it's going to be digital only, but, you know, like, retail quality, a game that comes in a box kind of thing. But yeah, there's, like, no reason to buy an Xbox right now. If you're going to upgrade your console, PS5 is the way to go. And even then, it's mostly the backwards compatibility. That's the big thing. That would be useful for me personally, because a lot of the games I couldn't play because the frame rate was so bad, I actually will be able to play them. So if it does happen this month, I would have a little small collection of games to play. Well, with the Xbox, they're actually trying to be, they're kind of de-emphasizing getting an Xbox, honestly. Because all their exclusives are going to be on PC. But for me, the problem I've always had with buying an Xbox is there's no Japanese support. Japanese games aren't all I play, don't get me wrong. I play a lot of indie games and stuff, but it's still a huge chunk of my gaming diet. So for that purpose, having an Xbox is pointless. Last time the Xbox got anything cool in Japanese was pretty much the 360. The 360 had a lot of Japanese exclusives like Tales of Vesperia and stuff. It was a no-brainer to have one, but when the Xbox One came out, all the Japanese support just kind of evaporated. At least exclusives. So, at that point, you were better off just having a PS4. You could play pretty much everything. Play pretty much everything the Xbox had, outside of like Halo and Forza and stuff, which I'm not interested in, obviously. And then you had all the Japanese support. I know the Xbox One won't be any different. No Japanese company actually tried to stay in business is going to bother putting an exclusive on the Xbox. That's like financial suicide. The Yakuza 7? Yeah, that comes out in a few days. That's coming to PC on day one. Well, they have 64th Street on here. This is a pretty shitty beat 'em up. Chicken comes out of the wall. It's one of the first Final Fight clones. I've actually played this game in the arcade. It's cool that they have it on here. It's a pretty jank. It's a pretty bad game though. They haven't been able to get into the Yakuza games, but they do need to get them all on PC. They have like 0, 1, 2, and then they have 0, they have the 2 remakes, and then they have 7. So they're basically missing the entire middle, which is really weird. I don't know why they don't have them all on there instead of just like 4 of them. It's the same problem the Tales series has. Tales is like definitely the worst ancient JRPG series to get into. Like if you haven't played them before, they're not accessible at all. There's so many that are exclusive to like PS2. Never mind that they're in Japanese, they're still stuck on consoles. It'd be one thing if they were translated and they were on PS2, so you could at least just use like an emulator or something, but yeah, Final Fantasy would be the best JRPG series to get into because they're all available on PC, all the mainline ones anyway, and then under that would be Dragon's Quest. They do have the majority of them on there, not all of them, but a decent amount. And those games are not connected either, so that helps. And then under that would probably be Persona, because they only have one Persona game on there. They have, I think it's the 4th one. And then the worst would be Tales by far, because there's like 15 Mothership Tales games and they only have 4 of them on Steam. Definitely the hardest JRPG series to get into. Oh wow, these are on sale. Huh, I might grab this. These are little small shmups. Huh. Down for that. Let's see what else there is. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan. I don't know much about that stuff, but yeah, I have heard that. But at least you can still play the games. They're not the best versions, yes, but they're easily accessible. You could gift like the entire series to somebody on a friend on Steam and they could play through them throughout the year or something. You can't do that with any other JRPG series right now. They're either like Tales and Persona where they have like nothing, or they're like Dragon's Quest or Yakuza where there's like large chunks of the games. Large chunks of the games aren't available. I hear the Switch port of that game is really bad. I had a friend after I got out of high school that loved that game. He dressed up as the protagonist for Halloween. I don't know, his name's like the Demi Fiend or something, right? He dressed up as the Demi Fiend. He had the little fake tattoos on, those green lines on his limbs. Now, slow down on a turn-based game is not that bad, but it can actually deceptively ruin a game because in a turn-based game, if you mess up a turn because the menu eats your inputs because of the frame rate, that can screw up your whole battle. People don't realize that. You know, in a real-time game like Tales or something, if the frame rate hiccups, it might not actually screw things up, but in a turn-based game, that can mess up everything. It depends on if the menu is dropping inputs or not. There are some games where the menus run at 60 FPS, but the actual graphics run at 30. But yeah, you definitely don't want a turn-based game dropping frames either. It can be worse than a real-time action game, depending on the situation. You know, if you're trying to set up like something in a turn-based battle, that can go bad really fast. Check out some of these games on Steam. I want to look this up really quick. Yeah, frame rate matters more in it matters more in turn-based games than you think. Like way more than you think. Okay, this one looks pretty good. Which ones are in that? I need to look up the names of the games. 'Cause I've played some other games before. I haven't played the ones that are in here. Okay, ARM 7 DX. Yeah, look for that one. See what people are saying. Yeah, I will buy that. Switch ports are, they're a monkey's paw wish, basically. And the consumer and the developers are, they're both guilty of that. They put things on there that it can't handle, or the console can handle it, but they don't get porting studios that actually know what the hell they're doing. So they end up being barely playable. That's why I have my little Switch port review series. Feature games that like the big channels like Digital Foundry won't cover. But I buy the games and test them out, and I get as far as I need to make a little review for it. Sometimes it's just playing it for like an hour. Sometimes it's beating the whole game. And yeah, I know people really appreciate that. You can't buy Switch games blindly. It could be like a port of a Newgrounds Flash game from like 2000, and there's no guarantee it would actually run well. You have to really do your research with Switch ports. It's really unwise to buy them blindly. You can get screwed over really quickly. I've definitely played my fair share of Switch games that should be running fine but don't. Yeah, the problem is it's not just the consumers, the gamers. It's also the developers too. It's like, okay, you're putting a PS4 game on the Switch at like 360p, 15 FPS, and you wonder why people are complaining. Like, I mean, there's a reason why people are complaining. It's because the game doesn't work. It doesn't work. It runs like garbage, and then they to make things worse, they Switch tax it. The game will be like $20 on PC, and they'll charge like 40 on the Switch, and it doesn't even run well. It's like the worst. It's like objectively the worst way to play the game. And part of it is Nintendo's fault for not addressing the issue, but the blame definitely goes towards the developers and the consumers. You know, oh, I want Grand Theft Auto 5 on the Switch, and it's like, sure, we'll give it to you, but it's gonna run at 10 FPS. And it's gonna be more blurry than Vaseline. So here you go, enjoy, stop complaining. It's a monkey's paw wish on both sides, if you ask me. It's like, yes, the Switch can handle it, but not in a way where you'd actually want to play it, which is the issue. Oh, thank you, Wadrale. That means a lot, man. Thanks, bud. I like saving people money.
클로저스. 하이 윈체스터. 잘 부탁드립니다. 얼음이란 언젠가는 녹아버리는 것. 전송 완료. 저는 제트키로 급소를. 대시와 연속 공격도 충분히 활용해서 적을 처치해주세요. 제트키를 연속으로 누르면 해당 캐릭터의 기본 정보로 적을 공격할 수 있습니다. 같은 방향의 방향키를 2번 연속으로 누르고 있으면 캐릭터가 대시합니다. 어디 감히! 숨통을! 그 일대의 차원종은 정리가 된 것 같습니다. 다음 지역으로 이동해 주십시오. 이동을 마쳤습니다. 요 스킬 레벨이 숨통을 달린다. 숨통을 간단히 갈 수 있습니다. 결코 방심하지 않겠습니다. 숨통을 거미요 어디 감히.
Oh, that's cool. I like that move. I never played this character before. Trying out a new character. A little bit of some variety.
급소를 끊는다. 어설퍼. 급소를 찌른다. 접근한다. 어디 감히. 접근한다. 숨통을 경고. 아무것. 숨통을 달린다. 어설퍼 일쪽에 보이다.
Yeah, the Japanese are not great at porting things to put things nicely.
이쪽에 춤을. 아이키를 누르면 인벤토리 화면을 열 수 있습니다. 입수한 아이템들을 슬롯에 맞게 장비해
얘들아 무리하지 마라. 건강이 제일이야.
함께 돌아보자고. 내 손바닥 아니야. 펀치. 답답을 펀치다. 내 손바닥 아니야. 아, 배가고. 허리가. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고. 어떻게 봐?
Oh, this layout sucks.
10배 속도로 간다. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 쳐라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 오라.
Oh, what a mess this is, man. Why is it not just a straight line?
와 부시.
내 손바닥 아니야.
This does not work. This is terrible.
함께 돌아보자고.
Ah, please get off these boxes.
순식간에 끝내주지. 오라.
Variety is not a good thing. What was wrong with just straight lines? Why do we have to do this? This level design is terrible. Oh, this sucks, man. Come on.
와, 잡으라고 친구.
끝이 없구만.
날 화나게 했군. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 쳐라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 날 화나게 했군. 자비의 손길이다. 자비의 손길이다.
와 부시지.
말 받아라. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 쳐라. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다.
와 부시지.
답답을 펀치다. 자비의 손길이다. 꽉 잡으라고 친구. 자비의 손길이다. 순식간에 끝내주지.
장난은 그만하게.
I just realized I lost my my move awakening because I changed my gear. I think I'm gonna put the old one back on.
와 부시지.
I like that. I like having the extra dragon kick. Really helps through rotations.
함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 말 화나게 했군. 받아보라고.
그래 이 맛이야.
내 손바닥 아니.
Wondering why it was not working. It's like he's not doing the dragon kick after the Tetsuzanko.
이제 쉬어도 되는 건가?
Now I know why. It's because I took off that gear. At least I think so. I don't remember. It's been so long since I changed my gear. Go to the bank really quick.
지금부터 집중해서 듣도록.
Check
여기서
that.
대기하겠다. 작전이 끝나면 보고하도록.
무슨 일이 수고 동감. 그럼 물론 그럼 여기서 기다리고 있겠습니다.
지금부터 집중해서 듣도록.
My stomach's starting to churn. I think I'm gonna take a break. It's almost it's getting close to lunchtime here. I need to get something in my stomach. My stomach's churning. Mostly done on here for today anyway. I mostly just wanted to get to the I wanted to get to the new region. A reset's not until tonight, so it's mostly just going through here. Let's see, it is about 10 right now, so
전달상은 여기까지다. 이상.
grab something to eat at 11.
얘들아 무리하지 마라. 건강이
Let's see,
제일이야.
is that what it was? Is it because I took off the gear? Yeah, that's why. He's doing it now. I don't think I really need to replace my gear right now anyway. Just leave it the way it is. Yeah, I'll be back later today for sure. Probably after I finish eating. Just gonna finish this level here. It's break time. I've been on for like 3 hours.
자비의 손길이다. 함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고.
와 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야. 더블 펀치다.
와 보시지.
순식간에 끝내주지. 원투.
와 보시지.
내 손바닥 아니야. 날 화나게 했군. 함께 돌아보자고. 내 손바닥 아니야.
약발 좀 받아볼까?
내 손바닥 아니야. 원투. 돌아와라. 나의 파워. 함께 돌아보자고. 자비의 손길이다. 자비의 손길이다. 에너지 답답을 펀치다. 내 손바닥 아니야. 함께 돌아보자고. 웃음 타라.
이격. 이제 쉬어도 되는
It's
건가?
been fun playing this again. I'm glad they they fixed the frame rate, because that frame rate was offensive. It was fine in single player, but the raids just like a PowerPoint presentation. And in this game, you can't just spam your moves. You actually do have to pay attention to what you're doing. Use the ones that make you invincible at the opportune times. And I'm sure you can probably imagine it's hard to do that when it's running at like 20 FPS. Well, that was the reason why I quit playing this. Well, Adrale, having a PS5 is better than having a PC right now. It's much better. PC is actually like behind in technological advancements for a time. Probably by like first quarter of next year, it'll be even again. But right now, you can't get NVMEs as fast as the one in the PS5. Then when they do come out on PC, they're going to be crazy expensive. That's why a lot of PC gamers are getting a PS5, because it's cheaper than upgrading right now. It's like impossible to upgrade right now. It doesn't matter how much money you have. There's no stock. Everybody's buying them, and then you have the bots on top of that are buying everything up. It's a disaster. It's a straight up mess right now. Yeah, getting a PS5 is easier road traveled at the moment. My stimulus check, if they do the second stimulus, is going to go towards the PS5 and then a 3080 and then an NVMe, but I would need a new motherboard, so I'd have to pay for some of that out of my pocket. I know you guys could help with that if need be, but who knows when the second stimulus is going to happen. Because for the people in charge of our glorious country, it's a big deal to think about actually giving a shit about the people who live here. They have to like really think about it. All the people that have like lost their jobs and stuff. Like, nah, we're just gonna sit on that one for a while. Yeah, sure thing, assholes. Alright, I'm done for tonight. Not tonight, but today. I'm done for now, I guess I should say. I'll definitely be back later. I might not play more closers until reset, actually. So I can't do any of it. I finished all the daily activities today. Might play some stuff on Switch. I might do some prep time for the Hyrule Warriors on the demo. Well, I wanted to get to level 20. That's about as far as I take it. I know people have been grinding like crazy on that demo. I don't have the patience to do that. It doesn't seem worth it to me. 20 years of playing Muso games tells me that all that shit they're grinding for is going to get power creep super fast. They'll probably replace it in a few hours. Grinding out the money, sure. The money will have use. Getting to level 20 will make the beginning of the game a little less boring, but I don't know, making all those crazy weapons and stuff, that shit's going to get power creeped. I don't exactly know how the weapon fusion works in that game either. I don't know if they'll actually be able to transfer all that stuff. I know it's not the Orochi system where you can just transfer things seamlessly. They have some kind of stupid gimmick behind it, so yeah. That might be what I do later today. The plan is to go get lunch in about an hour, and then if I don't food coma, or I don't go back to sleep because I woke up really early, then I'll come back. Probably play some Closers, Assault Spy, maybe some Crimson Clover. Possibilities are endless. Thanks to you guys who donated. Like I said, your money is not going to go to waste if I can't get the PS5. There's Godfall this month. There's Sakuna. We'll see. It's a very low chance. The only thing that really gives me any confidence that I could get one is the fact that the ones sold physically cannot be bought by bots. So it would have to be other hardcore gamers directly here in town And I live in a pretty small part of California. It's not that big. There would have to be other hardcore gamers in town refreshing their page and buying it before I can. It is, by law of probability, it's a very low chance, but thanks to you guys, I would be able to make at least one payment. The rest I would probably need help with, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Either way, Godfall is confirmed if it doesn't run like crap on PC. Hyrule Warriors is confirmed as well. Sakuna too. So, yeah, your money's going to go back into the channel either way. The contingency plan for the PS5 is just waiting for the second stimulus, but who knows when that will be. I do know that when or if that happens, they'll be more readily available, so I should be able to just scoop one up. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for the people who donated. I'll be back after lunch.